Hi everybody, it's Anne here from positivelypapercraft.co.uk, and you may remember I made this gorgeous little kind of gift album, and I said that I would show you how to make these cute little notebooks if anybody wanted to. So I've had loads of people asking if I could show you them. I'm sure I mentioned in the last video that I saw Live, Love and Scrap, her channel. She had made something like this, little perforated notebooks. So I'm going to show you how to make one of them, and also these gorgeous little personalised magnetic page markers. Let's just get a bit of paper here just to show you. They're really quite magnetic actually, so I think they just make great little gifts. So I'm gonna show you how I've made that as well. So two little projects today. Okay, so the notebook, I'm gonna make it in the Festive Farmhouse designer paper. So you're gonna need two pieces which are 4 inches by 2 3/4. Okay, one for the front, one for the back. Now for the pages, all I've used is just, you know, normal copy of paper, just printer paper, and this measures exactly the same, 4 by 2 3/4, and I don't know, there's probably roughly about 25 pieces there, so quite a few. And all I've done is I've scored the long side at 3/4 of an inch. Alright, and then you don't have to perforate them. You can still make the notebook if you don't have a little perforator. But I've perforated them because then the idea would be the person could just tear the little pages out. So I've got a couple left to do because you do have to do one at a time. So I've scored at 3/4. I've got a little Tim Holtz perforator. You can pick these up for a couple of £. And I need a ruler, which I've lost. So you just take a ruler, and the score line is to help me see at the 3/4 of an inch where I need to score. And all I do is just run it down, and that perforates it. Okay, but as I say, you don't have to. You can just score them all at the 3/4, and still have a little notebook. Okay, so there's my little pages. And we're going to have obviously the front and the back, so we need to score them. Yeah, I scored them as well, both at 3/4. So 3/4 and 3/4. Okay, so front and back. So what I'm going to do now is get all the pages together. And I've got a crocodile, which is fabulous because it goes through loads of things together. So I'm going to just pop the front and back on. Now what you can do as well is if you take just like a little bulldog clip, and then just pop it on, and it will stop it from moving around, okay, so you know that you've got it in the right place. So I'm just going to eyeball the holes. I'm going to use the 3/16, so the slightly bigger hole, and I'm just going to go in. I mean, you can mark them with a pencil if you want. So I'm going to go in there, and I see that goes through all of them together. You wouldn't be able to do that with a normal hole punch. It just wouldn't be able to cope with all that paper. And then I'm just going to try and get it level with the other hole and punch through there. Just pop them out because they never seem to come out on their own. It's the only downfall. So there we go, we've got our little holes, and I've got 2 little red brads and 2 little washers. Alright, so I'm just going to pop the brad in and put the little washer on the back. Well, I'm going to try to. It's not easy when you've got long nails. Oh, see what I mean? Bit fiddly. There we go. So I've got the little brad in. It's got the crocodile. Make sure the base is this way. Just give that a good press, okay, and there's our little eyelet in with the brad. Same with the other side. And I mean, if you wanted to, you don't have to have it this way. You could also have it this way because it's only plain paper, so you know, it's not like it has a direction really, unless your patterned paper has a direction. And I don't think this paper does, to be honest. Okay, so I've got the little brad in, and see how this clip just helps keep it sturdy so it's not moving around all over the place. Now we can take the clip off, and there we go. We've got our gorgeous little notebook which has perforated, just fold that over, which has all the perforations down there. So as I said, you can easily have it this way, which I think I will this time. So just to quickly decorate it, just keep that page down a bit. What I'm going to do is I've got the May Your Season Be Merry and Bright. It's from the winter Christmas tin, where you get the matching punch as well. I'm going to use this stamp and some real red ink. Just got a scrap of wisp white. I'm not using real red, I'm using grey granite because that's got grey granite in. So we'll just ink it up. Okay, merry and bright, and then I'm just going to take the matching punch and I just want a couple of dimensionals, and I'm just going to put this on the front of my little notebook. So I think here the grey, they are really easy to make. It'd help if it was straight. There we go, that's better. So there we go. Really sweet, easy little tearable notebooks. And as I said, if you don't have a perforation tool, it doesn't matter, you can still make them. So there's the notebook, and I'm now going to quickly show you how to make these magnetic page markers. Alright, so we're going to use the same paper, and oh damn, I've just cut the piece of paper that I needed. Right, just a second, I need to cut another piece. So the paper needs to be, we need a piece of card which is 1.5 by 7 inches. So let me just quickly cut this. So 1.5 by 7. Okay, and then we need 2 pieces of DSP which are 2 7/8 by 1 3/8, and the magnets, I just have loads spare off my magnetic sheets, and I keep all the spares in a little box, and these measure 1 3/8 by 2 5/8, and I've just popped some tape on the back. Okay, so we're going to score the piece of Whisper White first. Now this is the thick Whisper White that I'm using, because I mean, I've had this for a couple of weeks now, I just haven't got around to doing a tutorial, and I use it, so it's opened and closed a lot, and it hasn't really dog-eared or anything, and I think that's because I've used the thick Whisper White, and anyone who has Stampin' Up's thick Whisper White will know how thick it actually is. So we need to score this on the long side at 3 inches, 3.5 inches and 4 inches. Okay, so you'll end up with that. And then what I did was I also rounded the corners. Okay, and then obviously we're going to do it on one end of the designer paper, the end that will be the bottom if you've got a paper that's got like a directional pattern on it. Otherwise any end. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in the middle and just burnish it like that. And what we're going to do is we are going to glue, we're going to stick these two together. Okay, so I'm just going to put the designer paper on first. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of Tombow on. Okay, and there should just be a nice little border all the way around. Okay. So there we go. And then I'm going to pop some tape down there. So we want, because like I said, we want to stick this piece together. peel the tape off. And then just stick that together. Alright, so you will now have that, okay? And then I've already popped the tape on the back of my magnetic pieces. So we're going to stick these to the inside. And then I'm just going to pop this in just about there. And then if we peel the tape off the other one, and then actually attach it to the magnet itself. Okay. Like that, and then you can stick it, and then you know that they're both in the same place, okay? And it's got a really, you know, a really good hold on it. So what I did as well was I just punched another hole with the crocodile to put a little eyelet through. Just about there. This time I've got a grey one, so just pop that through, and then again I've got another washer for the back. That good press down. Okay, so there's our little page marker, and then I have got some of this real red cotton ribbon, so I'm just going to cut a bit of this off. Sorry everyone, the memory card was full, so I just tied the ribbon through and then just snipped it off. And then again I've cut out the letter A for my initial, this time in like a goldy copper colour, and I'm just going to glue that on there. And obviously whoever you're making it for, you can put on their initial or whatever you want really, but I just think it's a nice little touch to have the recipient's initial on. Okay, so we've got that on there, and then I'm just going to add a couple of these little gold gems. Well, I'm going to put 3 on. So there we go, we've got a gorgeous easy little notebook, and we've got a lovely matching little magnetic page marker. These are really quite sturdy little things actually. There's the one that I originally made. I just put a little heart on that one, and the original notebook. Now just quickly, I keep getting people asking us how to make this envelope, and I've explained it a few times before. It's a die, okay? I haven't made it, it's a die. I've also given the link in I think a couple of my videos before, so if you just search for it, because I don't want to keep putting the link all the time, but yeah, it's a die. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I use the large letter framelits for the Stampin' Up! Ones, because they are really large. So there we go, all the info will be on my blog. Thanks for watching, take care, and bye for now.